There is no doubt that the Nintendo Switch is on a flying start across the globe after its first launch month, and it appears that it isn't only Switches that are being pushed these days.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Anyway, finally after a long time of estimates, we now know from Nintendo and Mr. Kimishima himself that the Switch has surpassed the initial 2.4 million systems sold estimates. Since during Nintendo's financial briefing, it was confirmed that Nintendo has sold the following numbers of Switch systems around the world: 600,000 in Japan, 1.2 million units in North and South America, and 940,000 units between Europe and Australia. In total, 2.74 million units worldwide. These are insane numbers for a period between March 3rd and March 31st. And since we are done with April, could the Switch already have sold more than 3, perhaps even 3.5 million units worldwide? We will have to wait for confirmation. But for now, we know that Zelda Breath of the Wild has sold 2.76 million units on the Switch and 1.08 million units on the Wii U, making it the fastest selling Zelda game of all time, with 3.84 million copies sold in its first month. So here is the big question. How can Nintendo follow up after all these successful sales? Well, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is out now with glowing reviews and likely a guaranteed bestseller on the system, seeing how Mario Kart 8 rocked, or more precisely jazzed, the Wii U. Then you have the new and promising IP ARMS, Splatoon 2, Breath of the Wild expansions, Fire Emblem Warriors, and obviously Super Mario Odyssey in the holiday season. All of this marks for an incredible launch year for the Nintendo Switch, which will likely surpass 10 or perhaps even 15 million units sold by this holiday season. But what about 2018, 2019, or 2020? Well, I bet we will get a Smash Bros. Deluxe, and you got Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and a proper Fire Emblem game coming in 2018. But is this really enough when you already have fired off your two best original shots, Zelda and Mario, within the first year of the system's life cycle? The question is a deep and concerning one, as the system has so far gained close to no major AAA third-party support and appears to be solely dependent on first-party and indie productions. The confirmed 3D third-party productions for the Switch, Sonic Mania, Sonic Forces, Shin Megami Tensei, Dragon Quest XI, No More Heroes, and naturally FIFA and NBA 2K18 are not too extensive to say the least. Everything else from Yooka-Laylee, Steep, Rayman Legends, Payday 2 to Skyrim are all ports of games that are already out on other systems. There have been no other hints of big third-party games coming to the Switch. This might obviously change with E3 this year, but seeing as the next Call of Duty World War II, Ubisoft's South Park The Fractured Butthole, or EA's Battlefront 2 are not coming to the system, there indeed are reasons to be concerned about third-party support for the system. With Ubisoft, EA, and Activision rather cautious in terms of supporting the Switch, and the future of Bethesda support being uncertain following the port of Skyrim, we appear to be more dependent of other third-party developers to keep the games coming in between Nintendo's own productions. And this is where Square Enix comes into the picture. So far, they haven't promised too much except for the retro-inspired RPG Octopath Traveler, but let's be honest. What we all desire is a sign if Kingdom Hearts 3 or Final Fantasy VII Remake will come to the Nintendo Switch. But why are these two titles so crucial for the Switch? Two reasons. They are highly anticipated, and they would sell well. Actually, scratch that, exceptionally well on the system, considering that Cloud is already in Smash and getting his own amiibos, while Sora and the rest of the gang are as made to be put on the Switch. Even so, both are games that have been denied for Nintendo consoles since 1997, but still have a huge Nintendo following. Both are part of some of the most beloved and cherished game series of all time. And let's just stop there for a moment. Who wouldn't love to play Kingdom Hearts 3 or Final Fantasy VII Remake on the go? Everyone would benefit from having ports of these two masterpieces on the Nintendo Switch. In fact, it is crucial for this game to come to the system in order to declare that the Switch is the most successful third-party system since the SNES. Another thing, Nintendo needs to follow up their partnership with Platinum Games for another exclusive Bayonetta or a new IP, and preferably extend their financing to more developers in order to secure more third-party exclusives. In other words, let us hope that some of the upcoming big third-party titles and remakes at this E3 find their way to the Nintendo Switch. Personally, I would love Red Dead Redemption 2 on the go, even though I realize that this is a pipe dream. So with the gleam prospect of being dependent on the ever-growing indie scene, can Nintendo prevent the Switch from burning hot, but dying out quickly? Yes, as long as they develop new games that their fans want. What could those be? Definitely not Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival Deluxe, Mario Party 10 Deluxe, or Metroid Prime Federation Force Deluxe. And for anyone in disbelief, that was a joke. In other words, less crappy spin-offs and more mainline titles. Since what the Nintendo Switch needs, aside from an app store then, is first-party hits that can keep the system relevant against the likes of Xbox Scorpio and the next PlayStation. And this will only be the case if we get the new mainline installments from the following franchises across the next few years: Pokemon, Animal Crossing, Metroid, Super Smash Bros., Mario Kart, Pikmin, Kirby, Donkey Kong, Yoshi, Metroid, and so on. And let's be honest, any mainline title that goes to the 3DS rather than the Switch will hurt the hybrid system. As a result, I truly hope that the 3DS successor is a handheld, non-dockable Switch. It already runs on cartridges, so it makes perfect sense. So with that being said, what do we think the Switch needs? Games, games, and more games. And hopefully this will come true at this year's E3, which both me and Conrad will be attending. More info on that and our convention plans will follow soon in another video. Thank you so much for watching. Special thanks goes to the following Patreon supporters who make it possible for us to expand and improve our content. If you want to support our productions, then check out our Patreon and some of the rewards we have to offer. But for now, we would appreciate it if you could like, share, and comment under the video as it helps to reach more people. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the Commonwealth Realm for more Nintendo Switch, Mario, and Zelda content.